it's me, BriannaBellum, and welcome to my channel, Life of Bellum. I am here today because I'm going to help you guys know everything that you need to know about your very first cruise if you're cruising with Carnival. I do not know anything about any other cruise ship because I've only been on Carnival. I actually went on my very first cruise in December. I went on the Bahamas cruise. I went December 11th through the 16th. I went to Half Moon Cay in Nassau, and I left from the port of Jacksonville, and it was the most fun I ever had. But I feel like I learned so much on the cruise that I hadn't even thought about. And so I feel like with things that I know now, it'll make my next cruise experience even better. So I wanted to share with you guys just some of the tips that I have. So I'm just gonna go in like no particular order. So the number one thing I feel like you should know is you don't have to have a passport to travel. I was actually talking to someone and they said, like, I've been wanting to go on a cruise forever, but I don't have a passport and I'm blah blah blah. And I was like, girl, you don't need a passport. All you have to do is have a verification of, you know, yourself. Like, hey, are you real? So just bring your birth certificate and your photo ID, which you should bring anyway. You're gonna need your driver's license, or if you have a permit, any kind of like government state card that's ID like. So bring that and your birth certificate and you will be a-okay. When you check in online, be sure to print off your boarding information. That way you have it when you actually go to your port. It's very important that you have it. Be sure to also fill out your health form. It's gonna ask you questions like, have you recently been having like vomiting, diarrhea? Are you having like any kind of like cold symptoms? They do that for the safety of everyone else on the boat, because you know they don't want to let on someone who's sick and then everyone else gets sick. So it's really important that you guys fill it out, and to be honest, because they're not gonna be like, hey, you can't get on a cruise because you have a cold. So don't freak yourself out. They'll just send you to the infirmary and they'll just have someone check you out just to make sure you're actually okay. Also, another thing is if you're pregnant, after a certain amount of weeks of being pregnant, you cannot be on a cruise ship. So basically, like if you're in your like early first trimester, you can, but anytime after that you cannot be on a cruise. That because they don't have anyone available to help you if something were to happen like with your baby or whatever. So like just be sure that you know you do it pre-baby, like a pre-babycation or first trimester-cation. And like, you know, please don't sneak on and just be like, nah, I'm just fat, huh? But like for real, like, you know, the safety of your baby matters. So please don't do that. So on the cruise, you're gonna have a sign and sell card. And this card is gonna basically be like your onboard credit card. Just gonna swipe it for everything you need to buy. And it's gonna be connected to your debit or credit card, which will be linked to your bank, or if it's a credit card, to your credit line. So if you feel like, oh man, like what if I'm not gonna have enough money, it's okay. You have guest services. So if you feel like, you know, if you have like multiple cards lined up for this cruise, say you want to really go crazy and you want to use like 2 credit cards, you can use the first one. And if you feel like, okay, I've maxed out that one, you can go to guest services and it can switch it over for you. So that is no worry at all. I think also online you might be able to have each person have a separate card. So if you personally have a credit card and you say you're traveling with your boyfriend or your best friend or whatever, and you know, like one of you wants to use your card for all the charges and the other person can use them once you feel like you've done your damage, you can do that. If you're also worried about leaving tips and everything, do not worry. Gratuity is already included in everything. On like your second to last day, they're gonna slide it under your door, or you'll see it in your bank account or on your credit card or whatever. They're gonna charge you for room service. Even if you put the snooze thing on your door, you're still gonna get charged for room services. Like that's just automatic regardless if they clean your room or not. So if I were you, just take advantage of getting your room cleaned. But they will charge you for room service, like not like delivery of food, but like the people to come and clean your room service. They'll charge you for the waitresses and everything, and then other small fees. So you don't have to worry about leaving a cash tip every time you eat or someone cleans your room. I will say to couples, I'm just gonna get in your business. If you plan on having sex, please bring your own condoms. They will not provide it to you because Carnival can be held liable if you get pregnant and you blame it on their faulty condoms. They will get sued and then they will lose money. So bring your own stuff. They will have other things though if you need. They can help you with that, but everything else you might want to, you know, just triple check that suitcase. If you forget your beach towel, no worry, Carnival provides towels for you. Just be sure to return them to your room because if you take those towels and you don't return them, they will charge you about $20 each for each towel. So just be sure to, you know, yeah, just be sure. My advice too, if you are gonna be doing anytime dining, I feel like that's the best one for you versus a reserved time dining. I feel like with anytime dining you can go earlier or later because say some nights we're all just really tired and we didn't really want to eat late or we didn't want to eat early. So we had the option of choosing when to eat, and I feel like that really helped us a lot because we didn't have to feel rushed like we had to get there at a certain time or be there whenever. I would also go about 10 to 15 minutes earlier than you wanted to go for your table because you'll most likely probably have to wait a little while for eating, but honestly the waits were never very long. So I would just go about 10 minutes beforehand. That way you get your little buzzer and just stay close to the area because I don't know how far you can go out before it, you know, it's out of range for buzzing you in for dinner. I feel like the longest wait time was on the formal night. So yeah, I would definitely just make sure to just try to do things a little bit earlier, especially with shows and things. Go earlier, the earlier the better because seats do fill up and like seating really does matter. Like some of those shows you definitely want to be up close, up front. Another piece of advice, if you're gonna order a pitcher of drinks, ask for half the amount of ice because you don't get a lot of drinks because they will pack it with ice, your pitcher. So if you really want your money's worth, ask for half the amount of ice because the drinks are gonna be cold anyway. So just half the amount of ice because you get more out of it. Be sure to have cash on you. What I did not realize about my cruise is yes, the cruise ship is not really, it's okay here, it's gonna be a little bit all over the place, but I want to get my point across somehow. So on the cruise ship there are ATMs, but you have to get minimum $20 out, but there'll be a $6 charge to your bank account, so that's a lot of money. Then not only that, well I mean all ATMs are $20, but you know, I'm just saying the fees. So if I were you, I would come with money on hand. What I did not even think about, which would seem so simple, yes, the cruise ship is not really a cash ship. It's all on your selling sign. But with doing that, I forgot that I'm gonna be off the boat at some point, and half Moon Cay, you don't need money. It's a Carnival owned private island, so you don't need any money physically. You need your selling sign, but you don't need like actual coins. But when I went to Nassau, I forgot that yeah, this is an actual place. This is not a Carnival owned place. This is like a physical like country. I need to have my stuff, and I did not have any money, and it was really expensive to use their ATMs. A lot of their businesses don't really have like card machines from what I personally saw. I didn't really go that deep into everything there because I wasn't really feeling it in the first place, so I just went to a small local bar and then I went back on my ship. So I didn't really shop around, but from the shops that I did see and pass and everything, some of them I saw cash only. So yeah, I would just go ahead and play it safe and just have cash. Do know that you can bring, per person, you can bring one 12-pack of soda and one bottle of wine. It has to be unopened. So if you want to have drinks and things and you're like, okay, maybe I'll get the package, just know that everyone who is in your room has to have that package. So when you do it on Carnival.com or even on the ship, they're going to look at how many people are in your room. So if you have 2 people, expect to pay about $500 something for the drinks. So you can order 15 drinks a day. You cannot share your drinks. Each person in the room has to have it. And it's not going to charge you if you have like kids or someone who's underage, obviously, but anyone who's like of age, it's going to be, they have to have it too. So if you want to just get it for yourself, then you're gonna have your own room. But if you have like your boyfriend with you, expect that you're gonna have to pay for them too, and it's really expensive. I say get it if you really know you're gonna go all out with actually drinking those drinks, because like get your money's worth. Also, they're gonna sell you these drinks on day one. Those are so good. They're their welcome drinks. Just know that you have to pay for those. So when you see them walking around with them, they're gonna really be pushing those drinks. Don't get rude, guys. Try to be polite. Just tell them no thanks. But they are gonna really push those drinks to you for day one. Other than that, they never really pushed drinks on us. Only on day one with those welcome drinks, and I feel like that's where they make the most money. The drink is really strong. I feel like that was their strongest like specialty drink that they had on the ship, and it was good. It was so good. We got messed up. Like within the first, like the ship hadn't even left and we were already like, hey, like what? Like it was so good. Totally worth it. It was a really good drink. I don't remember how much it was. Also, if you sign up early, sometimes Carnival has special deals going on, or if you use like a website like cruises.com, which is what I use, they will have special like on board credits. So we didn't have to really pay for those drinks because me and Matt had 25 per person, so altogether we had a $50 credit. So we were able to get our little drinks and not even have to pay for them, so they're essentially free, which is really cool. And then sometimes they'll have like specialties with these little cruise websites like cruises.com where you can get like money back, or you can get whatever if you book with them. So they'll have really good deals where you don't have to feel like you're really shedding a lot of money. And the more that you cruise with Carnival, the more special things you can get. So what I saw on some nights or special events where people would get drinks for free, they had like a platinum diamond event. So if you were like a platinum cruiser or diamond cruiser, you got certain things. You were able to board the ship earlier than everyone else. So you definitely do get benefits for cruising. So the more you cruise, the more you get out of Carnival. And your cruise card will change colors as you board more often, which I think is actually a really cool concept, because, you know, I feel like it will like really push you to want to cruise more, because you'll get more out of it. You'll get deals even for being a VIP member and certain things like that. So I'm like really loving Carnival. I feel like those are the biggest things that really stood out for me to know for next time. Also, do know that if you do have a passport though, you board faster sometimes, and when you get back to the border patrol and you have to go through security, if you have your passport, you don't have to wait in line as long as everyone else, because a lot of people that were in line with us, well, we had to wait a while, all those people just used their birth certificates as, you know, their way to get in instead of a passport. So there's that too. And please don't bring, also, I was gonna say please don't bring drugs, but also because they will have a dog on the ship that, like, before you leave, sniffing out everything. So do know they don't play. So please don't think a cruise ship is real laid back, and no, please don't ruin the fun for everyone else. But also another thing, if you buy alcohol, like physical alcohol on the ship, you won't get it till the very last day. So you go to the alcohol shop and you want to buy a bottle of vodka, you won't get it till the very last day. Have fun. So this is my tips, tricks, things to know. If I think of anything else, I'll do a part 2, but I highly doubt it. There wasn't really that much. Carnival really explains everything really well if you go on their websites. Like, those are just things that I noticed, however, by myself, just on my own experience. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, click subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. And also, I'm going on another cruise in December. Your girl's going to Turks and Caicos. Alright guys, see you later. Bye!